Change, but it was just a dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Fairfield Woods Middle School. As always, I'm your play-by-play man, Chase Coburn. We got a pivotal matchup ahead. Fairfield Woods facing Hillcrest with a lot to play for, the final home regular season game on the 2024-25 season. But Woods, bigger aspirations than just that. They're looking to do some damage in the postseason. We're going to break down what this game means for their postseason seeding here on the Fairfield Woods Middle School YouTube channel. But quickly, I got to speak with starting guard. Yes, we're going to get into that later. Starting guard Declan Sullivan before the game. Let's quickly show that interview. I had a great discussion with him about some of the things he's currently doing and how he's preparing for this pivotal game. Let's do it. Chase Coburn of the Fairfield Woods Middle School. I am joined by star guard on the Fairfield Woods Middle School boys basketball team, Declan Sullivan. Declan, thanks so much for joining me today. Look, you kind of began the season, and you were playing sometime here and there off the bench. Then recently, you kind of over this past month, you've been starting a lot of these games for Fairfield Woods and really making an impact. What kind of went do you think changed from you kind of going from a rotational player to now really a pivotal starter?
Definitely stepping up my defense, swinging the ball a lot more, making quick decisions. Just things like that can definitely change a coach's attitude on you.
Talk to me about what practice is like. Obviously, we're kind of down the stretch here. You guys just got a big win against Lolo, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But what is practice like? What's kind of the energy here as you're preparing for postseason basketball?
Down the stretch of the season, practice just gets more and more energetic and more fun. You know, just having fun at this point.
Talk to me about that Ludlow win. I know how much it's meant for this team, and I know you weren't there kind of last year for some of the heartbreaks against Ludlow, those really close games that just didn't go Woods' way. But just speak to me about what that meant for this locker room and this team in general to get that win heading into postseason.
Yeah, the locker room after the game was extremely energetic, emotional, just letting it all out. I mean, I've watched all the games against Ludlow. Well, we've lost, and it was just heartbreak every time, so it felt so good to get that win.
I'm sure it did. Huge game against Hillcrest. That's a really tough team you're about to face, and with a lot at stake here for kind of seeding heading into this postseason. Talk to me about what you're going to have to do and what this team is going to have to do to come up with a victory.
You know, last time we played them at their place, we beat them by 24. We beat them by a steady amount. We're going to see what we can do this time, see if we can do pretty much the same thing.
Declan, we're going to see you're one of the best players interviewed. Very well spoken, very on point. We're really excited to see what you can do today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Chase.
We're returning to you from Fairfield Woods Middle School. Hillcrest got here a little bit later. That's why our stream was slightly delayed today, but a lot at stake, and we're going to get into that throughout the entire game, kind of during some breaks as well, and playtime of this game. Be sure to check that out. And we'll also have it out after the game as well on the Fairfield Woods Middle School YouTube channel. We're now going to announce the starters for both teams. Hillcrest traveling to Fairfield Woods in what is surely going to be a great game.
Fairfield Woods, are we excited? Woods versus Hillcrest. Your starters for Hillcrest. Number 1, Jalen Sterling. Number 3, Brandon Rossett. Number 23, David Moraes. Number 24, Jesse Felicio. Number 32, David Usiglo. And at head coach, Kelly Metzger. Now let's give it up for your starters for your Fairfield Woods Wildcats. Guard, 7th grader from North Fairfield Elementary, number 2, Declan Sullivan. Guard, 6th grader from Jennings Elementary, number 11, SJ Taxil Teritis. Forward, 8th grader from North Stratfield Elementary, number 12, Max Costello. Guard, 8th grader from Osborne Hill Elementary, number 20, Owen Welk. And last but not least, forward, 8th grader from Holland Hill Elementary, number 22, Brady Holt. And a head coach in his second season, Scott Lippett.
So guys, you saw the starting lineup. Let's put the starting lineup up real quick because we've seen a lot of fluctuation in this starting rotation. Guys, it's crazy to think about, but Fairfield Woods at the current time, MJ Lombardi, leading scorer, widely considered their star player, their best player on the team, coming off the bench. Brady Price, started a lot of games this season, coming off the bench, as is Will Hall. Owen Welk hasn't played much time lately, implemented into the starting lineup. The 6th grader, S.J. Taxel-Teritis. Declan Sullivan, I mentioned really only starting over this past month. He's getting the start, and then Coach Lippow going big in the front court with Max Costello and Brady Holt. A much more unconventional lineup here to close out the regular season compared to what we've seen all year from Fairfield Woods. So we're in for a very exciting game and one that should give us a lot of action from Fairfield Woods Middle School, to say the least. Woods fighting for a whole playoff game, fighting for a second seed. They win the tip, and we're underway from Bannock Pavilion. Owen Welk getting it started, trying a three-point shot that rolls away. Spoke with him before the game. Let me tell you, he's locked in. AirPods in, warm-up very precise. Doesn't talk to many people, just kind of staying in his element, staying locked in. But I did get a chance to speak with him. He just said he wants to make some threes. That's the way he's going to be able to make an impact, and we know what his potential is when he's shooting from the outside. So he'll continue to try those kinds of looks that we just saw. Shot is way too much for Jalen Sterling, though. So Fairfield Woods controls it. Costello a rebound as it gets right back to Welk on the baseline. Far pass in the opposite corner to Declan Sullivan. Max Costello working high, Brady Price working low. Costello a screen on a pick and roll as it gets back to Taxel-Teritis 45 seconds in. Welk still tied at 0. He's going to try another one. Form looked good, shot didn't fall. Max Costello, some power but rejected. Woods able to get it back. Taxel-Teritis shot is no good. So Fairfield Woods now 0 for 4 from the field. Costello being handled down low on the other side. Sterling trying a shot. Maybe this will be the Owen Welk, Jalen Sterling game in terms of shot attempts. They've both got 2 from deep. Owen will he make it 3. Hesitates a little bit as he gets it out to S.J. Taxel-Teritis. Brady Holt. Owen's open again. Making a third attempt. Making a bucket. Owen Welk coming out firing with his first bucket of the afternoon. Welk's got 3 and the Cats lead early. Sterling just tries to control it. Taxel-Teritis the tip. They're trying to get it into Felicione. Though the opportunity bounced away. It'll stay with Hillcrest, though. They're trying to get it to Felicione. Sterling on the inbound. He gets it in, then gets it back himself. Max Costello running in between the passing lane. He's got to steal if he can control it. Now Taxel-Teritis setting up their offensive scheme. Sullivan drives in. Shots deflected, kind of advances him to a better look at Sullivan, who we spoke with before the game. We showed you that interview. We showed you the commitment, how much he's locked in, how excited he is for today's game. He gets an early bucket, and it's an early 5-0 start from Fairfield Woods. Ball's tipped. Coach Lippow wants it to go Woods' way. It's instead going Hillcrest way. Off the inbound, mid-range. No good. Costello fights for it. Ball's on the ground. It's rolling everywhere. There it's Brady Holt, and he's able to control it. Gets it to his fellow front court man, Costello, who picks up the board. Welk has attempted 3 3-pointers already, made his third one. Costello's shot, errant toward the rim. 5:10 left to go in this first quarter. A lot of action early on, but not so much for Hillcrest. It's 5-0 Woods. Sullivan trying to pickpocket. Instead, it goes back Hillcrest. Ross set. Trying to control it on the perimeter with Sullivan. He's got height. Now he gets it down low to even more height. Another look in the interior, and Micah Usiglo gets Hillcrest their first points of the day. And head coach Kelly Metzger happy about it. Costello, Brady Holt. We're going to talk about that front court duo. It's out to Sullivan in the corner. Looks like they're getting the steal, but they call a foul. Sterling is trying to get his way there. Owen Welk. A really fine start from him as he makes his return to the starting lineup. Though Will Hall checking in, kind of adding some more height and interior presence. So now you got Max Costello, Brady Holt, and Will Hall. And I spoke with Coach Lippow before the game. He said the key is, and we've already seen it with their shooting attempts, Hillcrest is a three-point shooting team. They're going to try to get those outside looks. They're going to try to make you pay from the outside. So Coach Lippow said limit their second chance opportunities, get those rebounds, which did kind of go into the whole game plan of why he wanted to put Max and Brady in there. He said the goal is to crash the boards, and now you're seeing Will Hall in there. Three very tall men to kind of put down low in the interior. Taxil Taradas, a sixth grader. Shot rolls away. Costello fighting for it, but only after it returns to Hillcrest. Rossett. Just over halfway into this opening frame. A lot of action from Woods. Deep three-pointer. Way off, though. It goes right back to Hillcrest. Sterling controlling, waiting. Will Hall, incredible defense on the perimeter. Sullivan wanted to help him out. Sterling tries to do it himself. Mid-range goes too far. Holt. Hall had the look, passes up on it. Now he's got a mid-range. Passes up on that as well. Taxil Taradas, nothing but net. That's what the sixth grader does best, folks. We got a packed crowd from Fairfield Woods, and what a start it's been for the Cats. Taxil Taradas, Welk, both into the starting lineup. Sullivan getting his piece of the pie. The three guards been the story. An 8-2 start. Continuing the story. Fairfield Woods leads as we go to break. We're returning to action from Fairfield Woods Middle School. What a start it's been for Fairfield Woods. It's 8-2 and a really pivotal game in terms of their seeding. And again, we're going to get into that. Fairfield Woods had one heck of a week last week. They beat Ludlow, the undefeated Bulldogs, going into that game, and that's kind of the key thing we'll get to. But they also beat Hillcrest not too long ago. Woods traveled to Hillcrest and had no problems, as Declan shared before the game. They won by 24 points. This is a very good Hillcrest team, a team that's competing for a home playoff game at the current time. But Woods has seemed to have their number. They've had their number to begin this game. And again, a 24-point win about a week ago. Just kind of putting the exclamation point on the dominance Woods is currently having against this Hillcrest team. One of the key adjustments, so bringing MJ Lombardi to the bench. We see Lombardi check into the game, trips on the basketball. But MJ into the rotation, as is Will Hall. Lombardi checked in for Taxil Taradas at the quarter break, or excuse me, at the timeout break, with 2:33 left to go in this opening frame. Lombardi taking on the taller Sterling. Sterling blows by, mid-range rolls away for number one in gray. Pass tips, great disruption from Will Hall, though it lays out of bounds. Sterling. He's with Hall on the perimeter. Looking over the chessboard. Goes down low. Brady Holt trying to disrupt it. They were trying to get a load of David Moraes. Deep three-pointer for Rossett. Costello cleans it up off the glass. Max Costello with early 4 boards in the interior. That's what he does best. He's not asked to go out there and put up 15 points. He's asked to go out there and get 10 rebounds and set his other teammates up for looks. As is Brady Holt, an offensive rebound. Gets rejected by Moraes. But with contact, Brady Holt going to the line for 2 shots. So that win for Fairfield Woods was pivotal. They also beat Ludlow earlier last week, so a 2-0 week. Fairfield Woods now 8-5, a 2-game winning streak for them. They currently sit with the 3rd seed in the county and the 3rd best point differential, actually behind in terms of 2nd, Hillcrest, with the 2nd best point differential. Fairfield Woods, you want to feel like you're confident here about possibly even getting the 2nd seed. A Tomlinson loss and a Woods win, and the Cats got it. However, a Jockey Hollow win, they have advantage over Woods, and a Woods loss, which would then put Hillcrest in the driver's seat, and Fairfield Woods is going on the road in round 1. So a lot of things on the line. No last week's games surely helping them. Missed shots, missed free throws from Brady Holt, 2 of them. And then a missed field goal from Max Costello. Hillcrest goes down the court and gets in some contact with Moraes and Costello. They both get up on their own as they're slammed to the deck. But so yeah, this is a really pivotal game. But Fairfield Woods week last week, really pivotal. I spoke with Coach Slippow before. He's like, you know what, last week's great. They're playing great basketball at the current time, especially when you need to be kind of going into the postseason. But he said this team has more than just 2 wins against Ludlow and Hillcrest. This team is capable of more. They have the talent on this roster. They all believe in each other. They have the team camaraderie to make this all work. MJ Lombardi quickly coming off the bench, quickly getting buckets. Woods leading scorer off to a quick start. Down low, Usiglo. Turns it over, Sullivan on the fast break. Able to work with players much taller than him. Though the field goal from point blank range is no good. Rossett trying to take advantage of Lombardi. Blows right by him. Rossett's shot is no good as it rolls away. Brady Holt out Declan Sullivan, blowing right by Sterling. Attacking the rim, no good. It clangs off the iron, so a lot of fast break basketball. 35 seconds left in this opening quarter. Moraes. Inglass is guarded by Lombardi, trying to keep it. Loses it, though, picked up by Usiglo. And now it's turned over. Will Hall the steal. Look at the way he attacks on the fast break. Hall tries to go for it, but with too much power. Brady Holt cleans up a board. Lombardi with 7 seconds. MJ trying to make it happen. Can't on that one. Rossett with a second and change. That'll do it. He doesn't see the clock. We'll wrap up the first quarter. You're seeing the intensity. You're seeing the power. You're seeing the looks on both ends. What a game we got from Fairfield Woods. 10-4 is your score, and we'll go to a break. Wildcats off to a quick start. Fairfield Woods, we're facing some technical difficulties, though. We're going to try to clean all that stuff up for you at the current time. No difficulties technically, mechanically, or basketballically. That's not a word. No issues anywhere for Fairfield Woods as we enter the second quarter at a 10-4 start. And again, the importance in this game pivotal. A Woods win, they could go as high as the 2nd seed. A Woods loss, they could go as low as, depending on tie-breaking situations, it could even be the 6th. So a lot at stake in this game and a lot to play for. We open the second quarter. Hillcrest trying to go to what Coach Lipnow kind of calls their identity, which is their scoring, or their three-point shooting, excuse me. They try a few looks out, get it down low. It's going to go Fairfield Woods' way. Great intensity defensively. Brady Price is checking into the game here, though, to begin this second quarter. He checks in for Declan Sullivan. Technically, everything's working well. At a 6-point start for Fairfield Woods has been the story. Price working through two defenders as he gets it to Hall. Hall attacks. Quick pass out, Brady Holt. Lombardi in the corner. Rolls away to Felicione. Up the court, Sterling. Grabs it with one hand, loses it, then gets it back. Holt's grabbing it. Holt's trying to grab it, excuse me. Costello racing for the basketball. It's a fight for it on the ground. Lombardi comes away with it. He's got Price. MJ trying to do it all himself. Gets it stripped away out of bounds, though. Lombardi trying to attack solo as Woods will stack with Will Hall initiating the play from the sideline. Lombardi gets really wide open, but they found him late. Instead, he'll have to drive in for his look with ease. Floating it up and in is MJ. He's got a pair of buckets today. Woods leads by 8. Ball's on the ground. Brady Holt tries to get it. Tough break for Woods as it sneaks away. Back in the offensive hands of Usiglo. Will Hall, 90 seconds into the opening frame. It's a 6-point lead for Woods. Max Costello taking it from the perimeter, turning it over as he tried to find Lombardi. It's Rossett. Will Hall trying to catch up. Nobody can. A wonderful attack from Rossett. SJ Taxel-Tiritis at the scores table. It's a 4-0 run for Hillcrest as the deficit's now only cut to 4. Price trying to do it all himself, but stepped over the backcourt. Great defense. Felicione and Sterling both trying to lock him up at the same time. Costello a turnover. So he'll check out. A good start for Costello in terms of his defensive presence. He's got 2 steals and 5 rebounds. Brady Holt's got 3 rebounds, Will Hall 2. So we're talking about that front court presence. There it is. The Woods adding a little bit more to their perimeter play with the addition of Taxel-Tiritis and for Costello. Lombardi continues to get blown by defensively. It goes off, stays with Hillcrest. I think MJ's trying to overcommit to the 3-point shot that we know Hillcrest is going to try to take. And is instead seeing players go right past him as they attack the rim. Now it must be weird for Lombardi, kind of the star player, the must given him in the starting lineup type guy. And then all of a sudden, he is moved to the bench, and it's working, and he's still getting the looks he needs. Offensively, he's attacking with ease. As you see right there to erase the 6-0 run, he's got 6 of his own. But I kind of spoke with Coach Lipnow before the game. A fluctuating rotation. Guys who are going from not even playing to in the starting lineup, and guys who go from key parts of the offensive game plan to coming off the bench 5 minutes in. I asked him, how's the team handling that, kind of the fluctuation of this rotation? And he said the common denominator is this team loves each other. They trust Coach Lipnow. They trust each other. And they just love representing this team. They love going out there in blue and white and playing for Fairfield Woods. And that is what allows this team to roll despite all the frequent changes in the lineup. And that's what kind of makes this whole bus go round and round. Lombardi having himself an afternoon. Brady Holt, an offensive rebound to help him. His 4th of the afternoon. Now Lombardi's got 8 of Woods' 16 with a 3-point lead. Sterling previously on the other end knocked out a 3-pointer. Tries to do it himself here as it tipped away with Brady Holt's contact. But this team loves each other, and that's the kind of team you want to have. Playing good basketball with great team camaraderie heading into the playoffs. Sullivan and Costello both in. Going to the bench. Will Hall and Brady Price taking a sit. Lombardi jumping forward with Usiglo. As it gets out, Rossett trying to drive by Lombardi. Stays with him better on this attempt. Sterling, MJ stays with him here as well. Holt attacking more toward the perimeter, and that ball's bouncing. It's a tip. So no backcourt violation with 4:17 here left to go in this second quarter. It's a 16-13 start for Woods. They did have kind of a dominant start early, though Hillcrest has been climbing their way back. Lombardi, ball's on the ground. He's got it. Deep play to Costello. The one-handed roll doesn't go. Costello makes up for it, though. That's his third steal of the day. Now it's opposite. Costello into MJ, and Lombardi's able to convert on the offensive end. What a start for Max Costello defensively and MJ Lombardi. 4 for 6 from the field. Up Sullivan. Mid-range bounces off. Brady Holt the rebound. Point-blank range. His shot is good. That's what Brady Holt does so best. He's got 5 boards off the glass. And he brings it on, and he caps it off with a bucket as well. This was 14-13. It's a 6-0 run. Coach Lippow looking for a travel for Hillcrest as his team regroups defensively. Lombardi now gets the steal. Attacks down low. He's like a plow as he works his way toward the rim and draws contact. Lombardi going to the line for 2 shots. He's got 2 steals, both of them working in fast break. 4 for 7 from the field today, and he's going to the line for 2 shots. We're returning to you from Fairfield Woods Middle School. A few substitutions in here for Hillcrest. Josh Tuhayes checks in, number 5 in dark gray. 2:37, Sullivan. He's got Taxel-Tritis to his left. Instead goes Lombardi to his right. Excuse me, other way around. From our angle, it can kind of look like both. Costello, shot no good, tries to collect his own rebound, doesn't, scores for his first put up and basket of the day. Him and Brady Holt each got 6 rebounds and each got 2 points early on. Attacking on the other end, Hillcrest executes. Trying to race forward is Tuhayes. Instead, Lombardi. It's the MJ show, folks. He's got 12, of which 24. It's a 9-point lead. And MJ is really just pouring it on in terms of his ability. Ross set. Holt trying to get it behind the back. Jump ball going Woods' way at the current time. Brady Holt and a bevy of Woods defenders fighting for it. "90 seconds. We have a fan here chanting a strong minute 30. What a start to the final 90 seconds. Taxel-Tritis. He's got 2 of them things from downtown today. Woods leads by 12. Tuhayes with Sullivan. A floating pass as it gets down low. Floater rolls away from Liam McNamara. And it'll go Woods' way with 62 seconds to go. Woods closing out with their starters, except MJ in for Owen Welk instead, who had an early start, attempted 3 three-pointers, knocked down one of them. It hasn't seen the light of day since. Costello tried to chase down a rebound, couldn't grab it. After Lombardi's missed field goal, ball's on the ground. MJ's fighting for it. He wants it badly. Tuhayes is able to get it out of the scuff. Ross set. Double team that is kicked out. Tuhayes. McNamara floating. Gets the look he just tried about 30 seconds earlier. This time it falls. 26 seconds left in this half. And we want to let you know again at halftime, your premiere of the girls basketball playoff hype video. Declan's got it with 15 seconds to go. It's a 12-point lead for Woods. Driving in, Brady Holt, the rejection. Woods has got 10 seconds. Taxel Turitis with Lombardi. MJ, cap off a great half. And Woods' prolific win over Ludlow last Thursday. MJ had 15 points. 16 minutes later, and Lombardi not even starting this game, and he's already got 15 points. What a start for the 8th grader, leading his team. 32 points in the first half alone. What a start for the Cats. They're controlling the tempo and controlling this basketball game from Fairfield Woods. A lot to talk about at halftime, a lot about what this game means across the board. However, it's been long awaited. We've had players, fans, coaches, students, parents, many asking about the girls' basketball hype video. Folks, if you can't see it currently for some reason, you'll be able to see it after the game. But for now, here is our big halftime premiere of the girls' basketball hype video.
1, 2, 3, go!
Returning to you from action from Fairfield Woods Middle School, your halftime break. Shout out to the girls basketball team. We hope to be able to announce some of their games in the playoffs. It all depends on scheduling, location, ton of those many factors. We'll go into this. I want to let you know, huge shout out to a great team I got here at the Broadcast Club, RF Kapoor in the studio, Parshwa Shah, Noah Weiner working magic on the camera. Justin Otachi, Aiden McDowell, Riley Lawrence doing some other work as well. We're even short-staffed today, just due to some scheduling and everything. So I appreciate the great team we have here, and they allow me to do what I do best. It was 14-13. We were having ourselves a basketball game, and then it was an 18-4 run. And Hillcrest and Woods, hasn't looked back. 15 points in the first half from MJ Lombardi, and we are underway. It's the same lineup we closed with at halftime, beginning the half. MJ with Max turns it over. Sterling disrupts the pass. Costello trying to lurk from behind. What a move for Sterling. Costello can't get there in time. David Moraes is able to take advantage of it with the first points of the second half. You got it? Tyrannus. Trifecta times 3. Sorry, we're facing some scoreboard difficulties. We'll get that to you in just a minute. 35-19 your score from Fairfield Woods. Deep pass. Sterling just barely controlling it toward the half-court line. Lombardi fighting for it fiercely. Up, Texel Tyrannus. Numero 11's got himself 11 points on the afternoon. See what I did there? Haha, Spanish, get it? Ha. Woods leads by 18. That's their largest lead of the day. It's a Fairfield Woods coronation at the current time. Lombardi fighting for it. SJ is the one to come down with it. 6:20 left to go here in this third quarter. SJ Texel Tyrannus had himself quite an afternoon, as has MJ Lombardi. Declan Sullivan trying to get himself involved in the action. It goes Lombardi. Looking for Holt. Sullivan at the point. Doesn't have enough air on it. Tough shooting day thus far from Sullivan. Rossett trying to attack down low. He does with ease. Brandon Rossett. Kind of been the biggest penetrator on this Hillcrest squad. Though they still trail by 16, Declan Sullivan trying to work some magic offensively. He just hasn't had it these past few offensive possessions. MJ holding from behind. They're going to call a foul on him as Woods trying to get it down low. Moraes had the size, forcing MJ to give contact. Josh Tuhayes checking into the game. Jalen Sterling, the tall Jalen Sterling, check it out. Going to be a timeout for Fairfield Woods Middle School. They want to regroup, talk about a few things here after their first foul of the third quarter. We're going to go to a break. 5:34 left to go here in this third quarter. Fairfield Woods looking to lock up a home playoff game. They lead by 16. We're back from Fairfield Woods. They're going to say Woods to go and take it the other way after the timeout. Sullivan out to MJ Lombardi. MJ, shot rolls away. Rossett, look at the speed. Got a few defenders with him. Offensive players, The defense, though, for Brady Price. The difference, Max Costello attacking down low, stepping out of bounds as he tries to save it in after his missed opportunity from point-blank range. It goes out of bounds with 5:11 left to go here in this third quarter. Brady said the kind of him playing with Max, I spoke with him before the game, it just kind of adds this whole other element towards paint play. Holt's got 8 rebounds, Max has 6. That's a combined 14 boards for from just those two players. Outside of them, Woods has 5. So 19 boards on the day, and 14 of which coming from Costello and Holt down low, and I think that's just so impressive what they're able to do. Brady said he was maybe going to try a high-low. Oh, with Max Costello, he just said box out. They'll do their thing rebounding-wise and set their teammates up for success, and that was the key Coach Lipow had. Don't let Hillcrest get second-chance opportunities, and then try to get second-chance opportunities yourself in this kind of basketball game. Lombardi. Rebounding has been the story for Woods. That's been an area where they've had some success today. MJ's trying to drive it in. Lombardi. Tech on 2 more in his first of the second half. And Coach Lipow, energetic as ever after the bucket with 4:21 to go in this quarter, excuse me. Sullivan taking it away on a steal. Working with a few of his teammates. Lombardi possibly lurking for 20. Rolls out of bounds off of a Hillcrest defender. It's interesting, again, we talk about Coach Lipow's rotation and how frequently it changes. Owen Welk into the starting lineup, attempts 5 shots in his early tenure. Hasn't seen the light of day since. He made one of those 3-pointers, but it's just interesting to see him kind of start, but yet not get much playing time afterwards, and kind of how Coach Lipow runs this rotation. Too much patience from Hillcrest after the Woods break. Costello's able to get a steal and find his teammate Declan Sullivan for a bucket. Costello, 3 steals, 7 boards, 3 assists. What a day for him, a well-rounded performance from a well-versed star. Sullivan's got Lombardi, instead tries to do it himself. Floats it up and out. A few players at the scores table for Hillcrest. Hayes tries a floating game himself. Holt can't control it, though Hillcrest tips it away. I think Moraes thought he had some more space and some teammates there to help him out. On the tip, he checks out, as does Rossett. (41-21) is your score, a 20-point lead with 3:17 to go. And Woods beat Hillcrest by 24. This is a great Hillcrest team. Again, second best point differential in the county. So the question was going to be, can Woods replicate what they did, or at least something close to it? And they have, excuse me. Hillcrest has not been able to flip this script. A 20-point lead with 3:10 to go in this third quarter. Floating, no good. Number 12 in dark, Alex Rollabate. No good. Number 12 in white, Max Costello. Cleaning up the rebound. MJ, say hello to 20. Oh, and he trips afterwards on the celebration. They always say don't celebrate too early. Maybe just don't celebrate entirely. Lombardi trying to celebrate the 20-point threshold. And a laugh afterwards on the trip. Hillcrest trying to push it the other way. Little success while doing so. A 23-point lead for Woods. And Hillcrest has only scored 21. Will Hall into the game. SJ Taxel Taranis. Check it out. So Will Hall kind of adding the perimeter presence. And Taxel Taranis substituting away. Costello with Holt. Rejected. Harvey Postlethwaite. Mid-range on the other end. Has not been the stretch of possessions Rollabate would always like to remember. Offensively, Coach Lopez calling a timeout as they were locked up in the corner. Could have been a turnover, an 8-second violation, or even worse, again, a turnover in your own quarter and a possible bucket. Coach Lopez, that's the second timeout of the quarter. We're going to go to a quick break. 1:45 here left to go in this third quarter. Woods looking ahead into a postseason with a bang. They're doing it right now. They lead by 23 here in this third quarter against Hillcrest.
We're done jumping now. We're done now. Done now. We're on the court.
We're back from Fairfield Woods. A temporary pause on the inbound. Off the screen, Brady Price. A very great scheme there for Coach Lippau's group as it got it above the court. I did believe Price was fouled. Coach Lippau wanted a foul call as well. Lombardi in the same place. He got 20 points, tries to make it 23. No good. Costello no good on a rebound. But Brady Holt has it good on his rebound. Pause. Action returning from Fairfield Woods. You guys can't see it, but it's a quick look down low. MJ Lombardi, 22 on the day. I'm sure Taylor Swift would be happy with that score. The three-pointer, Hillcrest. Nothing working offensively with 40 seconds left in the quarter. Lombardi. Oh my goodness! 25-3. Hall fighting for it. Lombardi trying to get himself on the action. Brady Holt, credit him with the steal. Will Hall attacks with 20 seconds left in the quarter. Jumps up for it and gets fouled. 2 free throws on the way for Will Hall.
Foul shot, foul shot, foul shot. Okay? Yeah, 13, foul shot. Yeah, you can turn towards him because you're going to face him and watch him. That's okay.
So, folks, Woods possibly entering a historic territory here. Not only is it a 30-point lead, even though Hall misses both, it's a 30-point lead with 15 seconds left. We may be entering historic territory. Just checking with the stat keepers in the record books here. MJ's got 25 coming off the bench today. 29 is the Woods record. Woods able to close it out. Lombardi turns it over, but Hillcrest can't get a shot out of it. They make it after the time ends. MJ Lombardi has 25 points. The Woods record, Hudson Kofed from last season with 29. Lombardi, a chance to possibly break the record set by his former teammate in white and blue. Woods has got a quarter to do it and a quarter to finish off this game. What a game it has been. 51-21. We'll see you for the fourth quarter.
Team number 1 over there, he's lighting them up. You know. Sometimes you're out, sometimes you're not. Oh yeah. You know.
We're returning to you from Fairfield Woods. Rossett, corner three-pointer. Not quite. Costello cleans it up off the glass. Gets it out, Brady Price, as we're 15 seconds into this quarter. We'll see how the rotation maybe changes, who Coach Lippau puts in there here with a 30-point lead. MJ jumping on it. Brady Price also looking for it. Hillcrest able to beat the press. Moraes. Sterling can't get it to it. Brady Holt, his second steal of the day. Lombardi needs 4 more for the record. That would have put him in reaching distance. But it rolls off. Costello fighting for the rebound. And it hits the ground. Some clear contact, but no foul. And I think Coach Lipow just trying to tell the ref, like, if you're not going to call a foul there, what are you going to call a foul? And just a little confused with the calls. MJ, mid-range. Rebound, Costello. No good, but with fouls, Max Costello, not a soft guy. He'll take the contact. He'll take the charges. He draws contact, and will have 2 free throws on the way. Both shots fall. Max Costello, prolific efforts. Let's talk about Costello for a second, right? What a player and a guy who always makes an impact. Costello was checked out of the game for, I think it was like 40 seconds, maybe a minute, earlier in this game. And what an impact he consistently makes. We see Brady Holt clean it up off the glass. He now has 6 points and 10 rebounds. Costello today, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Granted, only 4 points, but that's not his job. He has players on this team who can take the scoring throne. He does all the little things that are needed to win a basketball game. His grandpa got him into basketball when he gave him a basketball when he was younger. He's played rec, he's played PAL, he's played FBA. He came into the season with experience and he said he wanted to do one thing, and that's win the chip. He will look to continue to do that. He's also a football player, a baseball player, multi-sport athlete. Very impressive what Costello does. He still checks into the game, though the backcourt for Fairfield Woods, MJ Lombardi and Brady Price, both out of the game. Will Hall, a lot of contact. He falls to the ground on his back. The shot doesn't go, no fouls called. Woods will still get it. Price outlanded Howard with no MJ Lombardi in there. It makes it appear unlikely that he will break the scoring record. Jimmy tackled Tiritis in the game, I beg your pardon, not SJ. SJ's got 11. Jimmy checking in for the first time today. Number 5 in white as it's out. Sterling, deep 3-pointer for Sterling. Shot rolls off. Landed Howard the board. Falling on the ground for it. It's a race. Howard, Costello, and tackled Tiritis. They're going to call it a jump ball, though that's not a great advantage for Woods. Jump ball arrow pointing Hillcrest way. However, I don't think they need many advantages here when you have a 32-point lead at this time in the basketball game. But again, you really want to see the records. We've seen records be broken here on these streams. You know, least amount of points scored. We haven't seen most points scored, but least amount of points allowed for the opponent. We've seen historic seasons for this team. And all Woods is looking for is just perhaps one more regular season record before we head into the playoffs. And unless MJ comes in, that will not come to fruition. Sterling to the line for 2 shots.
Oh man, what am I gonna do?
Out of bounds going Woods' way after the errant free throw. Ross at Hillcrest applying the press if it'll do any damage. Doesn't appear to. Hall brings it up with ease. Landon Howard Shot rolls off. Rossett working with Brady Price. Trying a jumping mid-range shot. Kind of garbage time here with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But Brandon Rossett has been a story. I mean, if Hillcrest has any shot at going far, it's going to be because of him. Rossett's coming in this game. He's brought the energy, more energy than everyone else in the team. And has just been a key difference maker in terms of the way that he's able to drive to the rim and get points inside the three-point area. Deficit 25, the same score that MJ has, and it doesn't look like he's checking in anytime soon. Oh, wait a minute. MJ Lombardi at the scores table. That could mean something for the record time. Hillcrest is starting to play some good basketball here, a 7-0 run. No, again, the lead is still 25 for Fairfield Woods. 55-30 is your score. We'll update that on your scoreboard. Shot for Max Costello, too much from three. Now trying to get it down low. Moraes, guarded by Brady Price. And Moraes has the height. It's 21. Coach Lemau is going to call a timeout. You can never guarantee wins in any type of sports, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 9-0 run for Hillcrest. They're making a run at this game. However, assuming Woods can hold on here with a 23-point lead, there is also more to talk about. Lombardi looks like he was about to check in. 4 points away from tying a Woods scoring record. He's got 25 today and been a prolific scoring option for Fairfield Woods. We're going to head to a quick break. Let's hear from our cheerleaders here before we head into the final half of the fourth quarter.
No. Get. He's working like
MJ off the inbound, 27. Lombardi's now got 27 with that look. 2 more to tie the record. 3 more to break it. Costello out Texel Tiritis. Deep for Declan Sullivan. He's working with Costello. Sullivan, his shot is good. Declan Sullivan, kind of at a slow day shooting-wise. He's 4 of 11, but he's got 8 points, and what a day he's had here to help his teammates. It's now a 27-point lead, and Woods could start breathing with more comfort if they lost any after the timeout. But again, Rossett from Sterling. What a player. Really gifted offensive talent for Fairfield Woods. Declan Sullivan, pass is tipped away. Lombardi tries to fight for it and gets it. You know he's going to be looking for his points. He's fouled. Us here, the stats department, we made sure the message got relayed to Coach that MJ only needed 4 to tie the record and 5 to break it when he was on the bench at 25. Again, he's now got 27 with 2:56 to go. SJ Texel Tiritis, Max Costello off the backboard. Brady Price gets it down low to his fellow front court man. No, it doesn't fall. Sullivan the steal. Sullivan looks for double digits. Costello tries to save it in. Many players hurt a Hillcrest offensive weapon significantly in pain. Usiglo with a lot of discomfort. He's able to get up on it and run. Rossett step back three-pointer. No good, but a rebound for Hillcrest. One that also doesn't fall. Another offensive rebound for the Hawks. Trying to find some improvements heading into postseason basketball. Rossett, Dipsy due to the rim. Having himself quite an afternoon. There's some contact as MJ was trying to make it happen. A few substitutions for Hillcrest. Chris High, number 11, checking in for the first time today, and David Moraes also checking in. Usiglo went down with some contact. He's out, as is Postlewaite. SJ, MJ, a three-pointer would break it. A two-pointer would tie it. Shot's no good off the backboard, and many fans who are MJ's biggest supporters back here trying to have him get the record. Deep three-pointer, oh my goodness. Won't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but Jesse Felicione has a highlight to look back at on his 30th surprise birthday party. SJ Texel-Turitis driving in. Shot no good, Costello on the board. He's fouled. Woods a 19-point lead. Costello looks to extend it. MJ Lombardi. Maybe that's it, maybe it's not. He's 10 of 17, then also 4 of 10. We don't know if his teammates know, but we all know we're going to want MJ Lombardi to break that record. It would be such a great thing for this school. Paxton Kofed into the game, as is 3 more. Zach Fearman, Theo Mania, soon to check in, and Max Seitel. Mania yet to check in at the current time. It looks like he will check in for Costello, kind of replacing his size. Great game for Max Costello. Theo Mania checking in, played rec basketball previously. Actually played on the same rec basketball team as him in 6th grade. Really fell in love with basketball in 2nd grade. Looking to help Woods close out these final 90 seconds. Zach Fearman, a rotational player going into the year, kind of found his way out of the rotation. He's in, as is Max Seitel. Played FBA and rec previously, said his biggest improvement in the offseason was his shot. And that's been evident in the time we've seen from him in warm-ups and practice. 70 seconds for MJ to make something happen. Seitel. They all wanted to go to MJ. Seitel trying to make it happen, and he's fouled as they sometimes grab his shoulder. Looks like the team has been notified of MJ's possible record break. And how great would that be? Needs 3 points to break it and 2 to tie it. Max Seitel going to the line for 2 free throws. A heartbreaking way to end this. Lombardi, you can tell he's disappointed just hearing the news. He could have possibly tied or broken the school record with 29. He comes out with a stout 27. Lombardi's day will finish 10 of 17, 4 of 10. What a day from Lombardi. A key reason why Woods able to get things going from the beginning. He also had 3 steals. Came off the bench. And it felt like he played even better than he has all year in the starting role. Look, folks, 27 seconds. You're going to have a whole playoff game for Fairfield Woods. Now, when will that be? I'm not sure. I guess Monday, but I'm not the schedule maker of this league, so we'll be sure to let you know as soon as we do get that news. 16 seconds. What a regular season for Fairfield Woods. They're going to finish 9-5. They're going to finish with the 2nd best point differential in the county and handing Ludlow's only regular season loss of the season. Coach Slipmouth told me before the game, this team has bigger goals than a regular season win at Ludlow, though it's instilled a lot of confidence in this team and what they're capable of going into the playoffs. Folks, this is not the end of fantastic Woods basketball. We've got many great moments to look at in the postseason. 61-43, your final score. Fairfield Woods rolling into the playoffs with ease. And a stout effort from MJ Lombardi. He finishes 27 points, 3 steals on 10 of 17 shooting. 10 boards for Brady Holt, 13 for Max Costello, along with 6 assists and 3 steals. An overall team effort and an incredible performance. We'll find out what happens in the Tomlinson effort if they lost Fairfield Woods has got the second seed. And it looks like a matchup with Madison or Worcester, surprisingly, would be what happens in Worcester. Again, only a game behind Woods, but everything is so clogged up between seeds 2 through 6. Fairfield Woods, if Tomlinson wins, could have a really tough first-round matchup against Worcester. That's going to be next week. Folks, so much in store. Please be sure to check out the girls' basketball hype video. That'll be out in just about half an hour. We'll see that right after the game. Be sure to check out the boys' hype video to hype you up before the postseason. I'm sure this score also did that for you. 61-43 your final. Thanks so much to a great team alongside me of stat keepers, camera people, producers, and so much more. Signing off, I'm your host, Chase Coburn, saying so long. 61-43 your final. Fairfield Woods doing it all to close out their 9-5 regular season, and with perhaps more to come in the postseason. Take care, folks. Happy basketball.
Lawrence, good job, bud.